Hey everyone, CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin analysis video for y'all this evening. We're going to get started on our 15-minute time frame, kind of work our way up from here on out. If y'all are brand new to this channel, we use the market Cipher indicator by CryptoFace on this channel, so feel free to check out some of the links in the description box below later on in the video. And we're kind of making our sideways movement as of right now. Nothing too exciting going on in Bitcoin, so we're just gonna take a little bit of further zoom out, maybe get a broader perspective and see what direction these markets want to go. So let's get started. All right, so getting started on the 15-minute time frame here, we can kind of see how our money flow is just kind of moving up to the side right now on our zero pivot. Our blue waves are also relatively small-lived, not really going to an upside direction or a downside direction as of yet. Maybe putting in some trigger waves to lead us further to that downside. That is a firm possibility. But if we just keep going up and down on this green and red money flow, then I would say that we're kind of compressing here for another big move within the short-term future. So really gonna have to start to zoom out just a tad bit and see what these higher time frames are going to tell us. So let's look at our 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame is still giving us a little bit of a buy signal as of right now. Man, this does not look fun to trade at all right here. And this is really what I've been expecting, is a lot of Darth Maul wicks. Y'all can go back on some of my previous videos. And I tell y'all that it was going to be a relatively volatile area to kind of trade right now too. So we had a push all the way up to 9,800, a push all the way up to 9,800, and then literally that same time frame there, pushing down to 9,500. So definitely filling a lot of liquidity spots as of right now. That's usually what happens when Bitcoin wants to just move off to the side, and you're getting all this choppiness within these smaller time frames. But this choppiness is obviously leading to a gigantic tsunami wave, more than likely, that is going to occur within the short-term future, probably by the end of this month. And that's really what I'm kind of aiming for as of right now, is the end of the month. We're expecting something probably major to kind of happen here. The more that we work our way out into the symmetrical triangle here, that is also a possibility that we will get a very tight squeeze and then a compression release to either the upside or the downside. Now, as of right now, we are still kind of riding this trend line support right at about that 9,500 area. So as we start to further our days out into the rest of June, we will definitely start to probably ride this trend line support up, all the way into that symmetrical triangle. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for, is that we will probably end up fulfilling this into this symmetrical triangle towards the end of June. So definitely looking for a lot of confluence to lead us into the rest of June and have a big break either one side or the other. And really these lower time frames are not giving us a very clear direction. So let's continue to zoom out just a tad bit, moving on into our 1 hour time frame. Moving on into our 1 hour time frame, I will go ahead and turn off our Cipher SR and see what we can tell here. So obviously Darth Maul wicks are relative to our sideways movement as of right now, especially after our big BART pattern that we had over here. We were definitely considering some more choppiness action. So a few people that are in the trading group have been actually actively trading this. I've told them myself that I would rather sit out of this as of right now, not get too carried away. But if we start to make a break in one direction or the other, then I'll start to consider a position. But I really want to just get a clean awareness of where these markets could be headed to within the near-term future, and then from there on out take the trade from there. And that's just my prerogative. That's my risk management. So obviously, you look at any big traders, they're not going to just jump in a trade at any time. They're not going to try and trade this sideways choppiness movement. I mean, you could trade it on 100x leverage, but what are you going to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's fine if you would like to do that, but you're not going to get that in my trading group. And I'm sorry to say that, but You know, we've had a few people in there that are constantly just wanting to be in a trade, and to be honest, it's not a good look. It's not healthy to constantly want to be in a position, especially when we've been riding in these 2 or 3% moves just off to the side. Usually I'm waiting for the big break, and I think that big break is going to occur very, very soon. And when that does happen, you can guarantee that it's probably going to be a 30% move possibly. You know, back on our last CV19 dump, that was at least like a 45% move. I think it was almost a 50% move. And honestly, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for those bigger moves. I'm aiming for the 25%, 30% moves, and not trying to trade this choppiness action with only on 5x leverage. I mean, you're really not going to accomplish much. Even if you trade it on 100x leverage, it's just not a good risk reward ratio. So just a little disclaimer there. If you're interested in joining us in our trading group, just know that I'm not going to be trading these choppiness patterns, and I have no desire to either. So my group already knows my stance on this sideways market right now and where I think it could possibly be going, and what I'm doing with my positions as of right now. And that is my low leverage, no leverage trade positions, and what I'm doing with those as of right now, versus, you know, trying to leverage trade this choppiness action and maybe get wicked out on one of these BART patterns here. So this is our 90-minute time frame as of right now. Still no clear direction. We can kind of see that we want to maybe move back up into that greenish money flow. Trigger waves are starting to aim down, but also maybe putting in a higher high here on our blue waves as well. So the further we get out into the end of the symmetrical triangle, that's really what I'm looking for. It does look like we are kind of riding this support up as of right now. We can wait to see. Maybe we'll get a bounce all the way up to that 10.4K area. That's a firm possibility as well. But until then, until we get one clear break below our support or above our resistance, then I will be relatively neutral as of right now. So let's move on into our 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame also kind of, you know, giving us a little bit of unsure movement, with at least within the money flow. Money flow is not super overextended or super oversold either. So we could probably still consider our sideways movement here, maybe riding this trend line support all the way up into the end of the symmetrical triangle, and then obviously seeing a really, really big break from there on out. Let's move on over here. If y'all are interested in joining the trading group with us, feel free to check out that first link in the description box below. You'll see all the rewards and perks that you'll get for becoming a member. So definitely check it out. I've added a few more things on there, so feel free to look it up and check that first link in the description box below too. And then also we've added the YouTube membership page as well. This does not include the trading group. This just provides you with my alternative chart reviews, such as the altcoin charts, the stock market charts, the fiat charts. I'm going to be doing reviews and analysis on a bunch of different charts too as well on the YouTube membership page. So feel free to join that. It's a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page. If y'all are interested, feel free to sign up for it. I would appreciate it. And then don't forget, y'all, we're on our way to 3,000 subs relatively soon. We are almost there. We're still pushing. So thanks for all the support. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that we make on this channel. And y'all can always come back and see what Crypto Takeover has in store for you. But in order to qualify for that $100 giveaway that we're doing at 3,000 subs, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. So make sure that you're signed up for the newsletter. It's just an easy way for me to get in touch with you if your name is drawn for that win. And we'll do the drawing live on the YouTube channel too as well. So share this video, get it out to your friends, tell them to come over and subscribe, tell them we're using all the paid for indicators right now, tell them we have Market Cipher on here, we have the TI sequential by Tone Vase, and we have the Market God buy and sell indicator on this channel. So we're using all the paid for indicators on here, providing the most value, the most content for y'all as well. And I'm super stoked to have this channel grow. It's definitely something that I take a lot of pride in. So check that link out in the description box below. Let's move back on into our charts here really quick. So looking at this is our 2-hour time frame. We could hop up into our 4-hour time frame. Let's go ahead and go over there, see what's happening. Maybe we'll get a more concise direction where we want to head in the near term future. We're starting to see our money flow kind of move on up into this time frame here, maybe kind of rounding off just a tad bit too. So that's a firm possibility as well. And once we start to move off to the side, we can also see that we'll probably end up hitting the 0 pivot point here, maybe end up getting a bounce. Based on our higher time frames, we'll really have to see what's going to happen here. We were really extended overbought in our green money flow as we start to zoom out when we had our run up from 7K to 10K. And now we're kind of seeing that money flow just kind of round off to the side as of right now. No big clear direction, not even a good sequential count as of right now. So the sequential count is bearish on our 4-hour, but that could mean that, you know, this is just a short-lived bear count as of right now. So let's move on into our 6-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame also giving us a little bit of a bearish divergence, same on our 4-hour. Those play out sometimes. I don't really rely on them too much, but you can also, you know, use them to further decide a probability on market direction as well. 6-hour time frame also giving us our extended money flow here from our 7 to 10K run up. And then now we're starting to kind of round off just a tad bit. Money flow is kind of thinning out for the most part. And it looks like we are going to start to make our way into this symmetrical triangle, probably ride this line up even further, and then possibly have our big break. As of right now, 10.5 or 10.4K is going to be probably pretty hard for us to reach. Based on some of our lower time frames, I can definitely probably see us maybe coming back up to retest 10K, but 10.4K, it looks like it's kind of getting a little thin here on some of these time frames. So it's going to be a far reach, but I think also some of these traders are saying that, you know, if we kind of just consolidate out a little bit longer, the more bullish they're going to end up getting. So let's move on into our 8-hour time frame. 8-hour time frame, money flow is still kind of overextended here, starting to die off just a tad bit, putting in some low trigger waves here to lead us probably further back to the downside too. That's a firm possibility. We only have the sign of a sell signal here, no sign of a buy signal as of yet on our 8-hour. Let's move on into our 12-hour time frame. 12-hour time frame, also money flow kind of rounding off to the side here. Moving on further down, probably into that reddish zone, that is a firm possibility. You can kind of see where our head and shoulders was kind of playing out here, but we did get a nice little bounce. So now we're putting in another trigger wave to possibly send us back down to the bottom. So we'll wait for a red dot here for confirmation on that small trigger wave, but that is a firm possibility. We do have a sell signal there on our 12-hour as well. Let's move on into our 21-hour, see what's going on here. 21-hour, also you can see money flow still kind of moving out to the side. We do have an extended bull count here on our 21-hour, but you know, that it could play out, and I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but we're starting to see some very large wicks up and down with this movement here. Cipher B and giving us some smaller trigger waves in an angled direction in confluence with our money flow as of right now as well, to possibly send us maybe back down below the 0 pivot point. We'll have to see how it wants to play out. But I'm really looking at these trend lines too as well, and to make them also in confluence with the direction market wants to take. Let's go on into our daily time frame. Daily time frame here. Money flow kind of rounding off just a tad bit. Trigger waves are forming. Maybe a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern forming. We'll wait for that red dot to confirm for us on our daily chart, and then maybe we'll see a little bit more of some sideways movement. Money flow would probably need to round off in order for us to fall a little bit lower, but as of right now on our daily time frame, it really looks kind of neutral as of right now, so we could see another big pump back up, but starting to look very neutral, especially with our sideways money flow that's kind of happening right now too. Let's go on into our 2-day, see what's happening here. 2-day time frame, still have an extended bullish count here with an 11, and then we'll probably see the 12 and 13 later on. We can also see that we are possibly putting in a green dot as of right now. So higher time frames are still very undecided as of right now, making those Christmas tree patterns, and that's really where Bitcoin can just not make up its mind right now, and why I do not feel like leverage trading this as of right now. Guys, if y'all do want to join the Discord server, it is available to the public, so feel free to check out the link in the description box below, and y'all can join us in there. When you do join the page, you'll be brought to a welcome page, and on that welcome page, you'll be asked to read through the community rules and guidelines. And then once you click that green checkbox, then you can have full access to the Discord server. But obviously, the paid members get access to the private trading group category on that Discord server. So make sure they all sign up through the Patreon if you want access to the trading group part of that Discord server as well. And then a good way to stay up to date with me is subscribing to the Telegram channel as well, CryptoTakeOver Telegram. I'll do updates in there on if I'm running any specials, if I have anything else on the charts that I want to show y'all, and then also some news articles every once in a while too. So feel free to stay up to date with us on there through the Telegram channel. It is available to the public. And then we are using the premium plan for TradingView. If y'all do want to sign up for it, use the links in the description box below. If you're using Market Cipher, I would at least recommend that you have the Pro Plus plan or the Pro plan. It allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen. And as you can see, I have my buy and sell signals here. And then also I have my Aldo EMAs, which are both custom indicators I teach you how to set up inside of the Patreon group. There's about 12 to 15 different private videos in there. And I go over how I set up my charts and a bunch of other things too as well. So a lot of content in there once you join. And if you do join the Patreon page, then just make sure you message me your Discord username, so that way I can give you permissions to the private category on Discord. Let's go on into our 3-day time frame here. We can see that we are getting this sell signal here on our 3-day time frame. We're still starting to see quite a few of the Christmas tree patterns kind of form out just a tad bit. Money flow is still kind of moving off to the side here for the most part. I think on our 2-day we were kind of getting it kind of rounded off as of right now, and you can kind of see how this is definitely rounding off, but then also the Christmas tree patterns are forming as of right now, so we'll have to wait to see. Our money flow could still keep holding us down there just a tad bit, but our 3-day time frame is also giving us a money flow that's also still moving up to the side as of right now. We are getting that red dot in there, a little bit of a bearish divergence that's happening. We'll consider it as of right now, but still Bitcoin, had the sell signal, and usually when we have that sell signal, it likes to kind of sell off, but here lately we've been kind of wanting to just move sideways. So if we do see a sell off, I would imagine that it won't be as drastic. It'll be, probably a liquidity move to maybe end up pushing us up higher, but I think that's just something that we need to be aware of, is that if we're expecting a big major dump, I mean, it's possible, but I'm still kind of seeing that Bitcoin still wants to be like relatively bullish, and it really was trying to break back up above this 10.5K area, but could just not do it as of right now. So if we start to consolidate out a little bit more, or if we see another big sell-off, I would imagine probably back up on this next move to the top side, we'll definitely get past that 10.5K area on our next push bullish probably. But yeah, I'm still probably expecting a little bit more of a sell-off to occur, to be honest. I think we're just going to continue to move out sideways, and I think the bulls will probably end up getting exhausted here, but we're really going to have to wait to see who gets exhausted first. Is it going to be the bulls or the bears? And then take our move from there based on our trend line breaks. So we're looking at our 4-day. We did have that sell signal there. Now we're kind of getting a red dot on our 4-day as well. This is just kind of moving out to the side. So very neutral as of right now on some of even these higher time frames. So looking at our 5-day, 5 days also kind of telling us that, we could be putting in a red dot. This light blue wave is also maybe signaling that, it wants to kind of clip into that reddish territory, or maybe give us a red dot here relatively soon, possibly by the end of the week. Money flow still looking relatively thin. Nothing to be too excited about as of right now. Market is just kind of moving sideways. Bitcoin maybe deciding a direction that it wants to take, or waiting on some of those bulls or bears to kind of push this market in one direction or the other. And with that being said, y'all, I don't want to keep y'all around for too much longer, but let's talk about some more things real quick. If y'all do want to learn how to program your own bots to trade for you, you can check out 3 Commas. I use 3 Commas to get in and out of my trades relatively quickly, and it works pretty good. So check out 3 Commas if y'all are interested. If y'all just want to buy and hold and don't want to learn about trading at all, then feel free to grab a Ledger Nano X or S. I always encourage my group members to buy a cold storage device. Remember, not your keys, not your coins, and you should always keep only what you're trading on the exchanges. Everything else should be kept in your own cold storage device. And then check out Bybit, Prime XBT, or Femex if you want to leverage trade as well, if you're interested in that. And then Brave browser is a great way to earn some passive income inside of the crypto market. So feel free to check out the Brave browser. I get paid out in BAT token at the beginning of every single month by clicking on ads in the bottom right hand corner of my screen. And it does a really good job about blocking pop-ups. So even if you want to opt out of the Brave ads that pop up in the bottom right hand corner, you can, and you can have a totally ad-free browsing experience with the Brave browser. So it's made by the same people that make Mozilla Firefox, and it is very well-rounded browser as well. Check out the links in the description box. I believe I have that one in there too. And then CryptoTab browser is an easy way to start mining Bitcoin straight from your laptop or your computer. Check out the links in the description box. But you can see here that I've been mining Bitcoin just using the computing power, and then I also have it running on 2 other laptops as of right now too. So feel free to check that out as well. And you can download it on your phone or your tablet and have your phone or tablet mine Bitcoin for you if you'd like to as well. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Follow us on there. We're on our way to 3,000 subs. Comment down below if you stay till the end of this video. 3,000 subs. And I would gladly appreciate that. Don't forget to share this video. And also check out the Patreon page if y'all are interested in joining us in our trading group. I give daily private update analysis every single day to make sure that everyone is staying safe in these markets. 6th day, no sign of a red dot just yet, but I would imagine that it's probably coming relatively soon. We'll start to close that gap there between our light blue wave and our dark blue wave as well. Let's move on into our weekly time frame, see what's happening. Weekly time frame, we are getting this 9 sell signal here, but we are getting another bullish 1. So this is going to be interesting, everyone, but we could probably start to see this gap kind of close between our blue wave and our light blue wave as well too. It's a firm possibility. As of right now, this is kind of what it's looking like. Weekly time frame still, honestly, like if we close the 1 here with a candle body close above the 9, then I'm going to have to actually probably turn a little bit bullish on this and probably anticipate maybe a further move to the upside. That's a firm possibility, but what I really want to wait for are trend line breaks, at least during this time right now. Usually I don't rely on trend line breaks all the time, but as of right now, these are very 2 strong trend line support and resistance areas, and we're going to have to wait to see exactly how this plays out based on those trend lines, and that's what I'll wait for. I'll wait for a big volatility move in one direction or the other to either break resistance or break support on these trend lines, and then take the position from there on out. So with that being said, y'all, thanks for joining me again today. This is Crypto Takeover. I'll see you on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.